Hello everyone, how are you? Hope everybody is in good health. So, it is becoming a back-to-back videos. After a long time, I'm doing videos and it's pretty nice to come and share my experience with you people. And today, it is the perfume that I'm going to unbox today, and you have seen a lot of reviews on that. So there's nothing new in it. But I do share it because, like, each and every single fragrance that I do buy, I try to share it. Even I do keep the bottles for sometimes like for 15 days also, only to, you know, unbox in front of you people. So, as you can see in the title below, I'm going to unbox the fragrance Versace Prom Dylan Blue. So, also known as just Dylan Blue by Versace. Okay, so it's the same old box, just the color and the name is different, and the box is the same, or just they have given some patterns here. And let me open it up, and the smile is on my face. Okay, and I have been keeping this bottle for 10 days only to share the opening with you people. Many says to me, especially Joy Bhai, say how you can do so, like how you can keep your babies, like, uh, away from you even if you get it. Okay, so it is done and gone into basket. So here it is not so well done, like, it's normal, nothing fancy. But the thing that I like about the box, it is the color combination, uh, blue and golden. Okay, so here is that Greek design they have, and their logo Medusa here. Okay, so let me open it up. And while opening it up, I do want to thank Jeremy for it, because uh, I do follow few reviewers. I do follow Jamie Fragrance, I do follow Red Lesson Stephen, I do follow Drag Dog, and there are many other. But those are the three people, like, whom I follow the most. And what I like about Jeremy, whenever he suggested a fragrance and when I bought it, it never actually let me down. When he says it is going to get attraction, it is going to get compliments, it actually does. So when Dylan Blue came first, lots of people, like, they said, like, it is not going to work, it is the same old, like, it is a junk, like people actually consider it as a junk. You have to agree that many says the junk is, like, combination of uh, some Savage, some says like Savage or Blue de Chanel, plus Invictus, and so. And I do smell it before, and yeah, it is similar. But what Jamie said, like, he never said like it is something unique. What he mentioned, like, try this, it is going to get you compliments and people do like it, and actually it does. And later on, the more the people doing the reviews, and they are actually going towards the same direction, that yeah, it do get compliments, you can actually own it, blah blah blah, and that's all. Okay, so big shout out to Jamie, because he's the only person, like, who give the positive review from the beginning. So here is the bottle. The bottle is gorgeous. It's like, sometimes simple things are much nicer. It's like, gentleman kind of thing. They do have the same design for all the bottles. Versace Prom, Versace Oud Noir or something. I don't know about that. I never tried that even. And this is the same, just the bottle color is different. The golden cap, the Greek design. Here is the Medusa, and let me open it up. Okay, nice details. So here on the sprayer they do have Medusa logo, see it. I don't know, it's not focusing. Okay, and Versace written over here. So I don't know it's metal or not. The cap is plastic, yeah. And let me spray it for the first time. The original Forum, that's a very big hit for indoors. For me, for indoors it is very great, like for office work and so. Nice sprayer, very nice look. Okay, so I only tried this once in a shop, like when it came out first, and at that time like, it was very pricey, very pricey in my opinion, and that's why I didn't actually got it. And I never hated even, like it was very bottom of my list that I'll go for it, because there are similarities with some other figures. That's I do agree, and many people do say so. But you know, in other hand, like sometimes, like something, the blending of it, it's not unique, but two or three fragrance like coming together and making it like it is something for me. You don't have to layer it with something, it is already layered, like some good fragrances layered together and put it in a bottle. So the opening for me, yeah, I do smell Blue de Chanel here, not Sauvage. But later on, I won't get it now, but as I tried it before, later on, like after 40 minutes or like 30 to 40 minutes later, when the sweetness hits from the back, at that time I like it even more. Like it is like normally, now it's generic and it is also synthetic. Yeah, it's not natural, it's synthetic. But when this freshness and the sweetness come at one point, like when they meet together, when you get both together at once, like now you're getting the freshness, and later when you get the sweetness as well as the freshness, that times it's a hit. Like you can say like Invictus Aqua also has the same, but it's not like that. Invictus Aqua is like Invictus and the freshness, grapefruit normally I do say, but here bergamot, many like like the freshness is completely fresh, like you have smelled blue, like many people like they have smelled Blue de Chanel and they also smell Sauvage, though in my opinion I do like Blue de Chanel more than Sauvage. And this one is like the brother of Blue de Chanel now, or someone coming and they like it's kind of, what do I say, playing role of Blue de Chanel kind of. Blue de Chanel still at the high range, but this one like it smells kind of same, but the opening mainly, and saying that I'm Blue de Chanel and I am very much cheaper than that. But yeah, it will get you compliment, though it is very similar, or I'll say many might not like it, but the fresh fragrance lover gonna like it, and I do like it. Later, the opening, I'm not actually very happy with it, but later when the sweetness comes in, at that time I like the most of it. So this one I won't say it will be very lovable to person, but it will definitely get compliments. And many people later on they actually said like, yeah, they are getting compliments a lot from this, but at the beginning they hate it. But Jeremy, he's from the beginning. When it was launched, he totally said like, this is the compliment magnet. It gets a lot of compliments. You go and buy this fragrance, not gonna let you down. But he never said it was unique. And I will never say like, it's not like always like there are so many fragrances around, like thousands and thousands of fragrances, and of course like, you won't get thousands like unique fragrance. You will find similar, even at the niche line. You can get it in designer. Even some niche lines are copying from the designer, not copying like, I don't say like actually they are going towards that, but when they are making, uh, it falls in that category, because there's mostly the notes they are using. There are similar notes, like, few common notes you get in most of the fragrances, like, the sweet fragrances. They mostly share the same ingredients, only one or two actually differs, like, the tonka, then the oud, the amber. It's gonna be there in most of, only the fact that changes the ingredients, like melon and some other things. In the fresh, the bergamot's gonna be there in most of the fragrances. Grapefruit, neroli, like, it's gonna be there. So there are many ingredients. Most of the ingredients actually in most of the fragrances, they share only one or two or few ingredients, they add up. So that's why many fragrances actually share the same notes, like you find it similar. But I think like, other than the companies who are making clones, other than that, I think people or the good companies, they don't actually go towards that to copy some other fragrance. Sometimes they might come up or want to come up with something like, if that's the strategy of every company. Like if you see some other companies doing great with some product, of course you are going to make something like that to be in the market, to be in the competition. So I think Versace actually wanted to do that, because Blue de Chanel was the market leader. Sauvage came with their brand of Blue de Chanel, and Versace actually come up with that. Though it smells a bit like that, Blue de Chanel, but later they actually add up the sweetness. So there is the difference. It's not the same, because you can say like the opening is this, but later it changes to something else. So of course, like, if you do make a product with ingredients that actually shares or have the same ingredient, it's gonna smell like the same. But later on, like, the mid notes, like you can actually judge a fragrance from the top note. In the mid note, like it changes. So here it is. For fresh lovers, I think like you might like it, and it will definitely get you compliments. And I don't know, like, I will try it on the paper. I tried it on a paper, and it actually lasted very long. I don't know how much it's gonna last on my skin. I think it will perform 4 hours in our climate in Bangladesh. And this is the summer fragrance, of course, but the kind of winter that we have here in Bangladesh, it is something great, because the kind of weather that we have at that time, we can actually pull off any fragrance we want. From the summer, from spring, fall, winter, we can actually try each and every single one, because the temperature is like, sometimes it's dropped to 10, 8, that's the most. Or sometimes yeah, like once we had like very cold, like it was in the capital, it was 1 degree, it went. I think like many people will laugh at it, because like 1 degree, sometimes like, it's in the springtime or in some, not even winter to some other country, 1 degree. But normally one, I won't take one, but 10, 12, 14. So at that time you can actually carry on each and every single fragrance. It is windy in our country during winter. There are good cold breeze, and that time, like if you wear like the winter fragrances, it's gonna be lovely. And when you see like on the winter time, like when you come out, like when you go out actually during afternoon, you can actually pull off summer scents very 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 wearable, like even that's gonna smell very nicer in the summer, because like we have a lot of humid, but during winter you don't have any humidity, so the perfume lasts longer and it smells great. So Versace Chrome Dylan Blue, though smells like Blue de Chanel to me at the top, at the beginning, but trust me, at the mid, when the sweetness comes and blends with the freshness, it is quite different. And I would say it is a blend between Blue de Chanel and Invictus. So it's better not to layer two fragrance. By this, it is already layered. So freshness and sweetness together, Blue de Chanel and Invictus together in one bottle, which is called Versace Dylan Blue. So the thing that I always say, don't blind buy. Just go check out the fragrance. If you like it, trust your nose, and then buy it. So for today, I'm going, and hope to come very soon with some other new fragrance. Ta-ta.